horizontal separations. Her hair is the same size in the section where I cut it straight. I will cut, that is, the hair point we cut before as a sheath. I saw it and I cut it straight with one scissor stroke. And after equalizing that part in the same way, I'm opening the other part too. As you can see, the top. At the bottom, I combine it with the guide we cut and cut it to the same size. As you can see here, with sharpening cutting technique, that is, straight truss service. I'm creating a straight one cut. Then from behind, the long remaining part is horizontal again, one in a gradual way, by creating a distinction. I keep cutting. That is one straight line by scanning the back part backwards. Clear one cut by forming line. I'm doing it so my hair's on the back. I specify for free and create one straight cut. The right and left are the same. Scanning backwards. I'm creating a straight one cut. We have determined the basis of the hair, that is, the length of the hair. Now I'm going to part 2. After determining the length of the hair, I will apply a folding process and curtain cardamom on the front, that is, curtain bank haircut. I created a profile separation between the middle and 2 to create the hair. From 2 eyebrows, we created one distinction towards the neck, this profile distinction, and from the end of the eyebrow starting to the front, my purchase motif. I reserved the section, guys. From here in the first place, right side. I go to the left side of my customer because I cut it and the chin. I'm setting one guide from the line. And from here to be mobile in the front, that is, the story. From the jaw level to stop the longest, set the shortest section. Create a cross one distinction. And I created a cut at an angle of 45 degrees. Then behind the ear, I created one diagonal distinction. Front of the hair, the same way you see guinea. I continue from the right part, like this part. It's like 45 degrees with the hair point I cut before. I will apply angle folding process. I scan as you can see. I lifted our customer's height slightly and his head slightly up, and the sheath from the hair point I passed before. See, and at an angle of 45 degrees, I applied the cutting process because I cut the hair in half here, starting from the top of the other back, creating one horizontal distinction. I'm creating a new cross E1, as you can see. I'm combing with the lowest hair length I've cut before. With the longest part, I set my guide and create horizontal separations gradually, combing the hair forward. And following the guidance we have set, I'm applying a folding process. Here, combing the hair forward, your hair again the way I combed it here. Crossway, I'm scanning friends. So, to the cover we have determined on the front. So in a way, suitable for hair length. Did you drink the cut with a straight scissor blow again? Because I scanned the front here, their backs stay longer and stays behind longer. Unfolding process when we leave it towards the back. So it's layered and it's layered. Both your hair is not gone. Here I cut the first eye step, then I cut the second piece. Guinea is also on the left. I created a purchase motif from the end line of the eyebrow to the peak. I'm scanning it diagonally again. And shortness, so I'm setting my guide. What size your hair will be at the level of your chin. I sharpened one direction and crossed one way. So diagonal 1 angle with one cut angle of 45 degrees. I will cut. Yes, I see my guide and I scanned it diagonally. I'm cutting my client's left side late, this time, but on the right side of my client. I'm cutting by finding friends. Then from the peaky, one cross to the back of the ear. I created one diagonal distinction and one from the hair point I cut before. Cross again, seeing my guide one. Cutting at an angle of 45 degrees with a scanning angle. Folding process. I'm creating. Here we ensure that the front parts are folded, friends. I saw my sword here, I cut it the same size. Cross the front parts to the back parts. This is the point I have reserved, friends. Now create horizontal separations. In a gradual way up to the neck. Combing forward, I will apply my cutting process. This process is hair folding. As you can see here, cross one scan angle. I created it, and from the nape part to the front part. Yes, the longest part. I take it as a guide and continue my cutting process. As you can see, I'm scanning guinea. I create horizontal Bs gradually. I'm combing the hair point I cut before. I see my guide. What does the guide mean? One means the hair size we cut before. I'm scanning the previous. The hair length I cut. I cut this process to the same size after seeing it. I'm applying it until I get to the section on the nape, friends. I see my guide, as you see. And I cut the sharp horse cutting technique with straight scissors service. Friends, our haircut is over. Now your hair. Thinning your hair 3. For applying straight scissor stroke on the ends. I need to thin it with some effigy scissors. I'm here with the feely scissors, the ends of the hair. Pictas technique. I soften, as you can see. So by adding some motion to the ends of the hair, I'm thinning. Get the hard look here. You know the hard look? We eliminate it with pictage technique. Such guinea by creating horizontal separations and scanning forward. As you can see in the hair spot I cut before, I apply a thinning process, right and left in the same way, separating into pieces, into slices. I apply a thinning process. You too, curtain bangs. Curtain banks. If you want to get a haircut in Beylik Düzü, you can come to my salon and get hair cutting service from me. About coloring and other hairdressing services, I can serve. I'm working by appointment. In the description of my video of the haul, the social media address is available. Reaching here as an appointment by reaching the social media address. Haircut coloring. On the subject of hairdressing services, you can create an appointment. Like my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, dear friends. Thanks to you, my channel is growing day by day, and we become a bigger family. And our videos. If you want to be aware of my new videos, if you activate my channel's notification bell from my new videos, you can be informed. Our haircut is over. Now it's the last for you. I will show you after blow dry. Moving, as you can see, what we call layered one hair design curtain bangs, curtain banks. Moving hair design. I have presented our work to you. Take care to see you with new videos. I wish you a good day.
See you Sunello Evrianetto. You today Pixie how to do bob haircut in detail. Will tell I divided the hair into 2 main sections. Upper stage and I separated 2 pieces as the lower stage, and from the nape part so your hair is short and starting to cut it with vertical separations to be folded as you can see starting from the right. moving to the lefteam, standing in the midland, again from the left side towards the middle end. Continue my cutting process with vertical separations, thicker, hirium. Applying B cutting, accordance with the E thickness of my fingeree, I touch your scalp to the bottom, so I touch my finger on the skin of the hair. Andy continued to process finger-thick cuts after making his first short like that. 2. I'm creating the distinction. I'm creating horizontal separations. Hooray, so I created a horizontal distinction, and then with vertical separation C. I continue my haircut at 45 degreesium, starting from the right. I'm coming to the middle. This timey coming from the left side D. I continue, so from the right to the middle, from left to middle, so always hairunite in the middle, as short nessim. Applying a 45-degree angle here. 3. Now, by creating upright distinctions. Distinction also, I divided it again. I created one diagonal distinction, and comb the hair according to the exit placement. I cut it at an angle of 45 liras to Guinea. Created a vertical separation, and I see my guide at the bottom. I always follow my guidesso, the hair on the bottom, after seeing the hair point. I cudium, adjusting the angle so it's 45 degrees, creating an angle. I definitely say when I create a 45 lira angle. The back of the hair is short, so there are longer sections from the top. Directly E. If I cut it according to the short hair, how can I not create a 45 lira angle? It happens this time it's short on the bottom and the short on the top are the same size. It happens, and it will be short please when I make an angle of 45 stili. See the short section at the bottom V. I cut 45 steel at an angle's top stays longer. The bottom is still short compared to him. I keep going like this, and elong sections on the right and left sides on the back E with short partas. You can see forming the diagonal separation again 45 degrees. Short from the front E, short from the back, one extending forward. Die. Create the viewers. You can see so the front is long and the back is short and folded, as you can see. From the top to the ear level, so I created a coronation. I make one distinction from one ear to the other, or normally everyone, so 10,000. Crown separation. This EA after creating a crown separation, I create a vertical separation of the rest of the back end. This distinction is vertical search first from behind, as you can see. With the hair length, I cut before him, putting it together, but this hair size is also the bottom one from the bottom up. 451 cut from the inside out at a degree angle. I cut with point I see the hair spot. I cut before and cut from the inside out. These upper sides are longer than the lower sides are shorter, and the volume makes it bulky. So short hair pushing long hirand one fuller image occurs. Haraguania. A distinction from the peak of the harium, creating gin 1 guinea from the hair point. I cut before. This time I lift the hair up 90 degrees, but again at the hair point I cut before. 1. I see my guide, and so I cut it from short to long at an angle of 45 degrees. After cutting in the middle, left side is crossed again. I cut it at an angle of 45 degrees. Sure, the front is longer and the back is shorter than Hyman. Fold 1 image. Ugatas, you can see herium adjusting with E short sections on the back. I made a cross distinction to the front, starting with the shortest section at the back toe. The front at an angle of 45 degrees. I make your hair grow forward in my cutting process. I Continue with the sharpening, cutting technique with a straight scissor stroke. I continue scanning backwards. The reason I scan backwards is in the backy scan the back for scanning and short sections ISO E because I cut it in accordance with my cover from short to longend E. Inside I created one angle front is longer and the back is shorter. One image a hair design that you can easily use. This summer's weakest is short. The front is long. If you want to get a haircut like this, you can reach me on social media. Addresses me in the description section of my video. So by reaching my living room from here I work by appointment as an appointmentee haircutting service. By coming to my salon, by making an appointmentee long service signed other hairdressing services you can get servicized hairy. I use pivot point technique as a haircut, literally pivot point to hairy one guide for us by applying this Gwitty Pixie Bob haircut, starting from the nape part with the E-file, scissors gradual light E-hard scissor blowsy to soften the ends to get its hardness in, thinning the transition of hair here too. It's softer ease here with E-elephant scissor softening the ends of the hair, starting as if the cut starts again from the neck. I thin the ends slightly with E-file scissors. I don't apply it to the bottom of the hair, only to the ends and vertical from there. By doing your hair, we get one image that thins the nape parts. Maria's, you can see her at the ends of the hair, not the bottoms of the hair also, because we did the softening process. Hair provides one more homogeneous transition and gets a soft one look. Of course, you also have every hair, so there is no thinning process. Not thinner hair, but thicker Andy. In thick hair you can apply step by step up the ends of the hair. I keep thinning. If you want to watch my other videos, to me video my channel has a videos section from there. I have many categories of videos from here. You can also watch my videos by hair grows. As you can see, I'm coming to the long section, and between fingers I take and thin the ends of the hair first. I eliminate one and I lift it opened, thinning the ends of the hair. Your likes important to us. Our channel is developing day by day and to reach large audiences. I would be very pleased if you definitely like my video, because if you like my video to other friends and other people too, so I recommend this video reaches many people when it reaches so the technique I apply. So friends who want to learn learning and ladies looking for hairstylists, my video want to get service from Methis, or that way. If you like my video and subscribe to my channel, would be very pleased. Likes and comments are also important, so if you have questions in the comment part of my videos so you can leave the comment section as answer, as I know the answery questions on your Mindusi. Continues my thinning process gradually. Likath last front part has Araveth front part too. You don't use much, do you? I apply a slight thinning process and shaping process. We will pass after finishing the process from here. Also, with one nice blow dry process finished our hair design. We will be friends. Like my videos and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to be right now. Pretty one way reached the audience. Thanks to your audience is growing every day. New friends join our channel and our designs learned and seen them, adding some movement to the front of the hair, her to the end part. No little I did one tiny folding the front of the hair finalito make your fall beautiful. Here are the hair cutting techniques I have learned for you. When my tongue turns to you, so I'm trying to explain as much as I can. Hope you guys are satisfied here. I comb back slightly, and your hair, so I'm checking if there is a mistaken ear, customer's ear. Backward say design that he can use comfortably when he throws his back to bay. Give a little touche. Our hall is in Istanbul, Beylikdüzü, working on an appointment to come to our hall. Description, part of my video's social media. Addresses are available by reaching Hera coming to my hall haircut coloring and other hairdressing services. You can also get services. You can see our model has a short story front. One design. Hope you like it. See you for now. Take good care of yourself.
Hello friends, today, Bob Haircut Design, I will explain in detail how to do this *E hair is divided into 4 main sections. First, profile separation, then the coronation, after creating a coronation *, creating 2 distinctions from the back *, and we will form the basis of your profile E haircut E first. As a basis, first E, starting from the left side. I created 1 sleeveless, and in accordance with this cover EI, determined your hair length, and then gradually moving it upwards, both folded *E. Bob haircut cut at 45-degree angles. 1. I will create a bob haircut. First, I created the basic separations. As you can see, after cutting the foundation, EEE, after cutting his neck, this size *, we will set as a guide * 1 way in accordance with this guide. We will continue our cutting second stage. From the left side *, I continue as 1 left 1 right * E diagonal. 1 at an angle of 45 degrees in accordance with the sword I cut at the bottom *, and I keep building floors *, as you can see. I created an angle of 45 degrees. *E diagonal by *. I created an angle, and it fits the sleeve at the bottom *E. I continue cutting at an angle of 45 degrees *, and following my cover 1 from the hair point, I cut before an E with the sharpening cutting technique. I apply the cut and graduation on the back of the hair to create the appearance. I'm applying a folding process *, so at a 45-degree angle with cross separations *E, I keep cutting *, as you can see here, horizontal 1. EE * separation process. Here I'm creating a cut here horizontally. As you can see here, when I cut the floors *, we are completed, and the horizontal here is 45 degrees *. We have created an angle. Because it is horizontal, according to output direction, then I adapt, and before *, after. Seeing the hair point I cut, I keep cutting. Then 3, *, I'm going to the level. As you can see, There is also guinea I created a diagonal 1 distinction, and I cut it, then 1 asterisk my sheath at the hair point. I cut before saw and cut on the same plane. I continued asterisk here. I came to the highest point after the 3rd level asterisk, and still the same height. I finished cutting. Now we keep on cutting asterisk after cutting the left side. The right side is also creating cross separations. So by creating diagonal distinctions asterisk, I keep making sure I created a cross separation here. I saw my hair guide that I had cut before and end in a cross way. So at a 45-degree angle asterisk, let's continue. Cutting from top to bottom asterisk, I start cutting from above. I see my guide in a cross way. I cut it and cut it after seeing the 45-degree angle, and folded to the bottom. I continue by adapting my floors. Yes, after cutting this part E asterisk, we cut the back part, guys. E, we do the height and E folding process. Then I'll go to the front E. After finishing the cut, this process after doing it, cross 1 distinction on the front. Again asterisk, I create 1 horizontal distinction, and after creating this horizontal separation, I see my guide in the back asterisk combing hair backwards in the same plane E. I cut it the same size when I scan slightly backwards asterisk. Front of the hair is a little longer. Its 1 view back part extends slightly from the back to the short front 1E. There will be hair design as you can see here. E. If you want a flatter look, if you want a blunt look horizontal in the same plane asterisk, by creating a distinction, E using the ruler on the back again, E. We can cut it straight asterisk, but if you want the front to be a little longer, asterisk scanning. Backwards E, the front of the hair is longer when you cut it. There will be 1 shorter image behind if you apply it like this asterisk E. If the front is long and the back is short, there will be 1 image. E, when I see the point, I create a horizontal distinction and E piece by scanning backwards E with the hair point. I cut before, so I equate each other asterisk as you can. See asterisk, yes. Here again the same horizontal 45-degree angles E. I continue by preserving C. You soon, yes, I scanned it backwards here too. And after seeing the 45 lira angle asterisk, I keep making sure here to check some. I continue on the same plane asterisk. Then the peak and the floors asterisk, I make a vertical distinction in the same way asterisk. Cut it at an angle of 45 degrees asterisk. Yes, I cut from workout here I created a 45-degree deficit and I made my cut here. You comb your hair backwards asterisk. It's more curved when we blow dry. So engraving, we will have the look hair length of our model from the front asterisk after determining the hair separation. Now E distinction to the left side. We have seen that left side separation to the front asterisk E light. 1 E. We will add texture asterisk here. After creating a diagonal end parts, little light again, I'm applying a folding process. I'm separating slices. Here, after cutting the first slice from the hair point, I cut before I'm getting an equalizing asterisk. I cut also in my 3rd slice after. Seeing my guide forward, I cut it diagonally with the scroll technique. After cutting the front part I asterisk, I'm checking and picking up the ends. Yes, asterisk, as you can see my side here. Using it as a ruler E behind the hair for a smoother image asterisk E, and I cut it with a straight scissor stroke asterisk. I will blow dry after cutting, and after the blow dry light hair, again asterisk, I will apply the personalization. Process hair here E, yes I blow. Dry on the back, I'm looking again. E, I continue with the personalization. Process here is your hair at the bottom. If there are errors and protrusions, do them properly. E, I'm packing with scissors, yes, and cut the hair at an angle of 45 degrees. Again, E.1 soften the ends of the hair with the cutting technique, yes. You can also call it point cutting technique here. cross her hair, you know. It's not vertical. It's a slight cross to Guinea EEE. Between the touches and the hair EE, then applying scissor blows, we soften the hard image. Yes, here asterisk vertical second stage. Vertical, 1E to the ends of the hair. EE, E, point cutting and pectas technique asterisk E. I apply softening process asterisk with pictus. Technique on 3 parts of the scissors passing of hair. By applying softening process we make it softer here on the back floors to get smoother transitions asterisk. Applying the pectas. Technique we make the hair pass. Greetings. You too, if you want to make one cut like this in the description of the video asterisk. My social media addresses will be available. See you here. Reaching out with me asterisk from my social media. Addresses in the description section of my video reaching. You can come to my salon and get a haircut service. I'm working by appointment. See you soon asterisk. Yes. Appointment by reaching social media addresses. You can get Yes Bob Haircut asterisk Pixie. Haircut, layered haircut, and other hairdressing services. Asterisk, you can get Umber Retouch Honey. We also have coloring service like Brush Like Yes. As you can see here, comb I combed back, and the hair I equate with the point cutting technique. Asterisk, yes. As you can see, the front is long short back and folded. Our Bob haircut service is okay asterisk. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel asterisk. See you soon. Hello friends, hello asterisk medium-sized layered haircut design for you today. How to do it, I will explain it in detail too. Our hair first, we create a horizontal separation from the nape part. After creating this separation asterisk again, we create a vertical separation from the middle part asterisk. Yes, taking your hair will form the basis. Starting from this basic first distinction asterisk. This is our horizontal distinction. Asterisk. The moon will be our basic distinction. After cutting the first distinction, the second distinction Guinea, we create a horizontal distinction asterisk. As you can see, we will cut the hair in 3 stages. Here is the length of your hair asterisk to form the basis of this hair. That is the length of the hair with an E intellectual technique we created. We will determine the basic hair lengths. EE now asterisk bird asterisk. I'm separating the hair from the middle part again, vertically asterisk and the hair. I cut before asterisk as you see the point was see our guide from the bottom and straight. Between fingers with cutting technique, I cut it by weighing backwards in the same way. After cutting the left side, the right side is also starting from the middle part B, following our guide asterisk. I cut it the same size. I scan it backwards asterisk. Now I'm scanning the third stage backwards, asterisk, and the middle part separating. As you can see, I'm creating a profile B. Profile distinction and combing backwards. After creating a profile separation, another crown separation in creating this is how I created. I scan backwards, asterisk, asterisk. Starting from the middle part of the guinea asterisk, I cut it straight, so it's a straight asterisk, asterisk, as a guide from the hair point. I cut before asterisk, asterisk. I cut and cut the same size asterisk here. Between fingers, we apply it with cutting technique. Yes, straight haircut, asterisk, asterisk, cut shape backwards with straight. Scissor strokes, we applied our scanning cutting process here after cutting the foundation of the hair. Friends, asterisk, asterisk, that is, after determining the length of the hair. From the front, as you can see, so I made a horizontal distinction, asterisk, after creating that separation. So yeah, I'm scanning upwards, and to create multiples, asterisk, asterisk, I determined a height from the front, asterisk, asterisk, and E first point cutting technique. Then now pick this technique, I soften the ends of the hair by applying after cutting the front part back, diagonal, asterisk, asterisk, across distinction. Ear to come behind, I'll fold the front part, asterisk, asterisk, I create across separation, asterisk, asterisk, and yeah, and after you make a distinction from this Hat combing the hair upwards, the hair guide I cut on the front, asterisk, asterisk. I will comb your hair length guinea up, asterisk, asterisk, and comb the hair back to the front, and here, asterisk, asterisk, I saw your hair. Point the hair point I cut before, as you can see. I'm scanning slightly forward, asterisk, asterisk, and the hair point I cut, and the front, asterisk, asterisk, at an angle of 45 degrees. I comb and cut and fold. After cutting the left side again, I go to the right side, friends. I went to the right, cut on the right side. I pass to the left side of our customer while cutting, and I cut, asterisk, asterisk, and from the hair point. I cut before, I'm cutting now after seeing my guide. I'm cutting it at an angle of 45 degrees again on the hill again, so I'm creating a triangular I form. After creating this triangular form from a right to a left, asterisk, asterisk, previous hair, take my guide from the hair point I cut. I lift the hair upwards to the exit, I scan and see the guides I've cut after seeing them, asterisk, asterisk, with point cutting. Technique cutting my hair and the ends of the hair after cutting, asterisk, asterisk. I also soften it with the pectaz technique, asterisk, asterisk, I ensure their transitions after doing this. Back part creating vertical separations, asterisk, asterisk. Will cut my first piece from the right, asterisk, asterisk, from the left side, starting from the hair point. I cut before I'm getting my guide. Now I'm combing your hair up and down, and after seeing my guide, asterisk, asterisk, as you can see, I cut it with a sharp horse sharp technique, asterisk, asterisk. Then I create a vertical separation to the second part. After creating this, I scan upwards. Here's some hair. It was announced because it was a refreshed operation. Hair a little bit, asterisk, asterisk, as you can see, asterisk, asterisk, We have a little difficulty in scanning because it dries. That's why in the restrictive 3 parts of the hair, yes, we cut it, asterisk, asterisk, yes. After creating the distinction in the middle, asterisk, asterisk, combing the hair upwards, asterisk, asterisk, and the top that I cut before, after receiving my guide, I cut as you see here. I comb the guinea towards the exit of the hair. I see my guide, asterisk, asterisk, and I cut with the cutting technique. Now, after applying the folding process I will apply thinning the ends of the hair, asterisk, asterisk. Now here I did the I haircut, and her hair again, asterisk, asterisk, complete in a single batch, combing the hair and upwards, asterisk, asterisk. I will scan and scan them all again. In one movino, I will cut it evenly more to the ends of the hair, above, asterisk, asterisk, entrances and exits, asterisk. Mistakes to check it out. I'm scanning upwards, and again, asterisk asterisk with point cutting technique, asterisk asterisk. Equalize by cutting from the light ends asterisk asterisk and E, and I make it look layered fashion show on the ends of the hair after doing this procedure with scissors asterisk asterisk E. Softening process, so I'm transitioning hair here. I apply auger technique to the ends by hitting the hair and the ends of the hair E after. Twisting my hair after twisting herarium like this, and after twisting the ends with E-file scissors asterisk asterisk. I'm thinning the thinning job here gradually asterisk asterisk. I apply in the form of 1, 2, 3. As you can see the ends of the hair 3 in 2 ways asterisk asterisk. Yes, I made 2 levels here. You may vary according to your thinning intensity asterisk asterisk. Neither too thick nor too thin here. Taking the way I apply thinning process by hitting it into pieces here to thin the density of the hair, and here scissors, so that the floors are more transitional, and we provide after doing this. Our process ends, and I apply the blow-dry process floor moving so, a hair design. If you want a haircut like this description, part of my video social media addresses available asterisk asterisk, reaching here, asterisk. You can come to my salon and get a haircut service. Asterisk asterisk I will be with you with new videos. Hope to see you. Take good care of yourself. Goodbye.
Hello friends, today I will apply bob haircut design to you. How can I explain this in detail? 1. I applied work. Here I will first create the basic distinctions. First of all, our most basic distinction is profile separation. Profile distinction. E in the middle of your neck. E we have separated to the end point. We call the distinction that is one straight line profile separation. I make that distinction first. Our model's hair is worn out. For us to grow healthier, this style 1 short bob cut. Worn sections on the ends of the top. I'm creating the second division now, the crown separation. The separation of the crown is also our comb, from the point where your back touches. I will create the distinction here. So this distinction is exactly the end of the ear. Profile separation. From the end of an ear, I'm sober until the other ear science. Again one straight line. I'm creating a crown separation. Burden. We divide the hair into 4 main sections. Now in a gradual way from the nape part. I'm going to start the haircut. Now while cutting hair, if you lean like that, it will also be harmful to your own health. That's why it is very comfortable with the help of such a wheelchair. On short haircuts in the same line. You can do this kind of work. First, now while cutting hair. According to the hair color of the hair, you can also use a comb. Here in light tones 1. I choose combs in dark tones because it's hair. Here in the open sections, as you can see comb. And I can see the hair clearly. But if I used an open comb, I had a little trouble cutting. That's why. Well, it is important to use a comb according to the color of the hair. We lean forward of our customer's light head of our model. Now your neck is short. First create our guide. Here a little more in the chic cut. Sharp horse cutting technique for a clear cut. So I'll create a cut with a straight scissor stroke. Here I adjust the shortness to myself. And my comb. Using as ruler. I'm creating a straight line. Here I comb the hair according to the natural output drop. And my comb. There are small stones here with a machine. Now we cut our first glass. This is the length of our hair now creating horizontal separations in a gradual way. We will continue our cutting, here at an angle of 45 degrees by opening the hair. I continue my cuts. I created one horizontal distinction. Burden. By creating a horizontal one distinction in Guinea. I'm looking at the bottom of your hair. From the previous height. Checking and touching my finger on the neck. I'm creating a 45-degree angle here. And I cut the Guinea horizontally. It's horizontal 45 degrees. There is also a vertical 45 degrees. You can use both in the same way. Her hair is vertical. You can create a 45-degree angle again. Same way. You can cut it like this or you can cut it horizontally. Both in the same way. You can adapt. I look at the bottom of our hair, I see our guide. And continue my guide here. I'm touching my guinea finger by opening it here. We see our guide in our hair again from the bottom. We always act according to the guide. While cutting. Now we have passed the second stage. So we're creating a gravitation bob design here. Staggered floor. There will be one textured cut, a little more voluminous than the nape part, and it will fall off. Here the stance of our model's head is very important. At least slightly forward. Must be. Again, previous haircut. I'm checking the section we've done. From the bottom. After seeing it. 45-degree angle with my little finger. By creating this angle. Your hair. Separation parallel with one grip. I see it here and I cut it. Yes. I'm scanning parallel to the separation again. I'm looking at our hair from the bottom. I see the point of the hair we cut before. Following my guide here. Again slightly diagonal at one angle of 45 degrees. I cut with angle. Shake, 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 shake. Cut to ear level up to 45 degrees. After 45 degrees. Because our angle has changed. Now. Our grip will also change. We will concentrate a little more flaws here. Yes. Take both a little and me and don't leave for sure. One more click here, one more click back. It can be from this angle. Now here I will cut by creating vertical angles. I was creating a horizontal cut before. Now that our hunger has changed. The angle after the ear level vertically. By creating distinctions. I will create. Here again, I will protect the 45-degree angle, the cut. Vertical 45. Our hair comb. I will adapt to the exit direction. I touch our comb and comb. Here is a 90-degree 1 exit angle. But what am I doing? I cut it 45 degrees as a cut. So 90-45 degrees 1. Creating a cutting angle. I continue to cut. Burden. I create a folding at a 90-degree angle. And 45-degree opening or one more. We return a homogeneous image. Here again gradually creating vertical angles. I'm touching my comb again according to the direction of hair exit. I comb it according to the bottom of the hair and the direction of exit. Scanning at one angle of 90 degrees. I cut it vertically and at an angle of 45 degrees. 45 degree inside out. Here the upper part stay longer, the bottom is shorter. What's up here? Short hair pushes long hair and more stingy. Makes it happen. Direction of hair. I create a 90-degree angle according to and when cutting. My guide from the short point of the hair 45 degrees 1. I cut with angle. Hair my comb. Touching the stream. I scan 90 degrees straight. According to the exit direction, that is, suitable for the
And
exit
after seeing
direction
the guide
of the hair. 45 degrees 1. I create and cut angle. Yes, yes. Now here is the hair part hair. Neck from the front. Guinea diagonal by creating one distinction. Cross the front part of the hair a little more. We will leave it long, so it will be transitional from short to long. That's why I'm going to the right side of the hair. And light diagonal one by creating a distinction. From the front of the hair. Here in a gradual way. According to our guide. Here is guinea for your hair to be long in front of you. You need to create a 45-degree angle downwards. And I cut. As you can see, there was one fold that stretched slightly forward. Ha. Ha. Here it is equally light. Cross the front like this. Diagonal one distinction forward. Here I comb your hair in parallel with the separation. Neither right nor left hair. Let's say T-shape here, T distinction. I see my guide here. I'm creating a 45-degree angle again. Curve down and cutting. As you can see, the front is a little longer. Now I'm at the top here. I'm creating a vertical distinction in guinea. You may not cut it in one go like this, me too. I take it once. Because the directions of the hair exit direction are different. Here now. We touch our skin with your hair. And the exit direction here is 90 degrees 1. I'm creating an angle and here. The guide we cut. And in accordance with this guide, I'm cutting. Because the end and end parts of it are a little short. I cut it too short. If it's long, the hair is still. Creating an angle of 45 degrees so you can cut it here. But I'm to pick up the fractures on the ends. According to your hair length, he still takes the fractures on the ends without breaking it. Again in a gradual way. In 2 pieces. No? According to the structure of the hair by creating slice distinctions here, we create a cut. Hair distribution is better than that. I touch the bottom of my comb and 90 degrees according to the exit direction of my comb. Scanning angle and again. Hair from the point I cut the longest. This guide continues my guide. And take a piece to your manual. Same way according to the structure of the hair. To be. I touch the bottom of my comb and according to the exit place. Scanning angle by creating a 90-degree deficit and after seeing the guide, I'm cutting. God bless. Here we scan the upper parts. Now here is my head. The head of our model is very important. Angle now we give back a little bit. And we give it sideways. Then. And scanning now. By checking guinea with a comb. Our comb needs to touch the neck. Because by getting support here. Not to be crooked. After seeing this guide. According to our guide, cross our hair comb a little more. A little more in front of you. We will make it long. And we do our cutting process. Slightly curved forward as you can see. I'm coming to the right. In the same way, the stance of our model. I adapt the same way. And here, combing from top to bottom. I touch my comb to the neck without pressing too much. And as you can see from this part. After seeing my guide. I'm cutting. One design stretching forward as you can see here. Bulky back. Now the part we cut from the top. First after forming the neck, a little bit to the here part. That's why we'll make movement. We take this section. A distinction we call horseshoe. by creating. Starting from this part. Starting from the section we call hat separation. I make a distinction with add none. We can also call this a distinction. From the top. It's in the form of U, so it looks like a mistake. If you want the front part of the hair to be long here again, you can create an upward angle of 45 degrees. Like this. Thing right angle with 90-degree angle right angle. And a 45-degree angle with a scanning angle and a cutting angle. As here section. Gradual shape again. I cut it in one piece because the hair is short here. If the hair is long, you can cut it in at least 3 pieces. Because even if you cut it in one piece, the hair will be too short. So you cut it gradually in 3 pieces. The front part falls even longer. Hair here, on the end sides, to balance worn sections. I cut. After doing this, we will apply a thinning process. Hair. In those extreme parts. To soften hard transitions. Lightweight. Fashion show scissors with intermediate scissors. Again in a gradual way. Thinning hair. While thinning here, neither from the bottom nor from the ends, your hair is light like this. You can thin the hair starting from the short middle part. If you take it from the bottom, the hair will swell a lot this time. My hair is usually always. Of course it depends on the length of the hair, here more from the end. We will apply. So the middle part. Straight if you want. If you want, also in a cross way. You can create. Like this. 1, 2, 3. Yes, our design is like this. I will show you the latest version of the blow dryer. Lightweight layer gravitation. Our bob haircut. You also use these techniques. You can cut. Yes, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.
Hello friends, welcome to our channel. I'm with you with one new video. Gradient to you today, bob haircut design. I will explain in detail how it is done. I first create our basic distinctions. First, a separate profile distinction. How do I create profile separation? To the beginning of the forehead, straight line in one stripes. To the distinction we have reserved until the end of the neck. We say profile separation. Crown separation in division 2. Crown separation is also 2 eyebrows, 2 ears apart, 1. The distinction we have separated from ear to ear. We call crown separation. With this distinction, we divide the hair into 4 main sections. So profile separation and crown separation hair automatically 4. We separate the main part. We make this distinction first. When creating a distinction, because we will form the basis of the bob distinction here. From the bottom of every distinction, I'm creating one horizontal distinction. After creating the distinction on the right and left sides, as you can see again, here, I clearly state with lines. After creating this separation, we will cut the basic length of the hair. In this distinction, after cutting hair length, without creating any mistakes, is your right side short? Is your left side long? It's like it happened, we eliminate the problems. First, we determine the length of the hair. Here is our guide hair length. From the middle part of the hair, from the neck, we want to see. Creating a distinction. The first distinction is a distinction where we will determine the length of the hair, as you can see here. Starting from the middle part, we will cut the other parts to the same size. We will start from the nape part, and when I come to the front parts, light 1 horizontal at an angle of 45 TL. Short to forward 1A. We will continue our haircut with an angle. As you can see here, with the sharp horse cutting technique. With straight scissor stroke, I continue our haircut. After crossing to the left, we use our comb as a ruler. The hair point we cut before, aligning comb with 6 haircut technique. We cut straight one way. If you want here, you can also cut it straight in one way. If you want, it's a little lighter to make the front a little longer. Horizontal 1 distinction. exhibiting a horizontal 1E grip, one slightly forward at a slightly 45-degree angle. We can get in view. If you want the light front to be long here, comb a little horizontally in one way. Then we can make it look longer one by holding. After cutting here, the left side is the same as the right side. Here to prevent the protrusion of the ear, so I scan it backwards, separating it from the middle part of the ear. Lightweight, and prevent the protrusion of the ear here. You know, your hair, to prevent it from being crooked. After separating, my comb is slightly forward again, a slightly curved shape. Holding it so I don't cut it straight, to provide a slightly forward-looking one. Light 1E monthly. With comb grip. Light forward. To provide one extending appearance. I hold it at that angle and I continue my cut here light. Comb with a slight 45-degree diagonal separation. Diagonale ignite combe. I cut after holding it the same way. And the front of the light hair gets a longer one look. As you can see here, I create the second distinction. After cutting the basic structure of the hair, I'm creating the horizontal separation again in the second stage. Here I am creating one distinction from the middle again. And after creating a distinction, I will create a horizontal 45-degree angle. I'm combing the hair here. I'm looking from the bottom, seeing the hair point I cut before. Then, lifting slightly upwards horizontally, holding at 1E angle. I apply cut. This angle is kept here. Horizontal is a 45-degree angle. Again in the same way, one. The next section in the same way. Again with the sniper cutting technique. I continue my haircut with straight scissors blow. The hair I cut as a guide in the middle. The left and right sides are the same. I continue by cutting guinea 2, 1. I'm creating a distinction here. I'm creating horizontal distinctions. You too. My video, like and express your thoughts in the comments. I want friends. If you like my video and if you also share your social media address, we will reach many people. The second distinction. Guinea this time, guinea horizontal 45-degree angle. By following the hair point we passed before, I continue our haircut. I cut the first and second steps at a horizontal 45-degree angle. In the videos section of my channel, videos available in many categories. You can also watch these videos, guys. Haircut coloring. Keratin hair care. Ombre sombre. Blonde hair opening. Many services such as painting. You can find it in the videos section of my giant channel. And if you want to get a haircut service from me, my channel, 3 social media addresses are available in the description section. By reaching my hall from here, haircut service. And you can also get other hairdressing services. After cutting this length, our model wanted her neck to be a little shorter. That's why we're still the same. Shortened in the section I told you by shortening now 3. We went to the section. Here, 3. Guinea horizontal, yeah, because we came to the top in the section. Exiting E from 45 whole angle. Vertical this time. I created one distinction here, vertical 45s. We will create an angle, guys, and cut from there. As you can see here, we cut it before, from the hair point, creating a vertical 45-degree angle. I create a vertical 45-degree angle and I keep cutting hair. This is one angle that we describe as vertical 45 degrees. The hair point we cut before, well, after seeing it as a guide. With vertical separations, create the 45-degree angle. We continue our gravitation bob cutting here. I cut it in the middle here and I cut the left side. And the left side, backside of 3 main sections. 3 vertical, by creating separations slice by slice. The at 45-degree angle. I continue our haircut. After cutting this section, after cutting at 45-degree angle, as you can see, I look at the middle part and check. And so 45 quarter angle again. We continue our cut. What? Here from the back, because there is a slight length on the front, I equated it with the length of your hair. Any now. From our first distinction on the left. Comb again after separating. With our comb. Slightly forward. I'm scanning. Our comb. Yes. As you can see, the back of the hair is dyed. Using our comb like a ruler. Straight one way. I'm cutting. Here is a light one forward length, friends. Not straight our comb. You can also keep it slightly horizontal, to look longer. Here we use our comb as a ruler. We continue our haircut, friends. Likewise on the right. I scan properly and one hair point we cut before as a guide. I continue my haircut. Here is the comb 6 haircutting technique. As you can see, I saw the previous haircut point. Under my comb and flush, I continue the haircut. I combed my comb properly with a warm comb. and I aligned the hair with the hair point I had cut before. After aligning, I continued cutting. I'm checking a little here. Sometimes here according to the fall of hair. I cut according to the fall of the hair. Sometimes hair can be worn. After checking to see if there is an error at the bottom, we will continue our process, guys. Now, friends, we determined our cut, the model of the hair. I switched to the personalization EE section here. Friends, so that there is no hard won image on the ends of the hair. Me starting from the neck again with green scissors. Step by step. I'm doing thinning. Here I apply it to the ends of the hair. Before the bottom of the hair, do your hair with unbreakable scissors. Starting from the middle part, as you can see from the end parts. Apply thinning process. In the process I did here. More homogeneous distribution of the haircut. And to avoid scissors, thinning with fine scissors. I'm doing the procedure on the ends of the hair. Here by separating the hair gradually with thin slices. Thinning the ends of the hair. Here and done work. In the process we have done. You may have gotten the density of the hair too. So we may have, if your model complains about the density of the hair, with this kind of operation, you can get the hoage density just by thinning it. But if you don't want one hard image on the ends of the hair, here, with the same process you can soften the ends of the hair to make transitions look healthier. End parts. By thinning process, we can soften it with this kind of thinning process. We make sure that your transitions are one more beautiful image. Here, we will give a slight movement to the front parts of the hair. Friends, I divide the hair in half, so I'm recreating the profile distinction. Here from the end of my eyebrow, E1. Yuri from the point where my comb touched by starting. I will create one distinction that we call a null forehead motif. Move the hair from the front part. We make our distinction. I'm going to give a little movement in front of the hair here, so I'm doing some folding. But from this point we have separated, so we will make a move from the section we reserved. To throw a light coat in the front, I divided the hair in half. To cut the E section on my client's left side, I'm going to the right side. And towards chin level 1 I cut a 45-degree month by determining an angle, and after cutting the left side, I go to the left side to cut the right side. I mean, which hungry side I'm going to cut, I go to the opposite part of it and I continue to cut. I hope you found my video nice. My advice to you, I would be very pleased if you like my video. And I would be very pleased if you subscribe to my channel. And a new feature has been opened on YouTube, Whip feature. After liking this video, whip directly to this video. 3. There will be a section to do it usually, when you do it from the phone, not the computer. Me when you hype here too. The glass ball of my video, it goes up to the top. Thanks to you. So we will reach many people. Your likes and comments are very important to us. Thanks to you, we reach many people. I mention this in every video because likes and comments. It changes the magic of the video so much. So like my video and subscribe to my channel. I would be much more pleased if you watch. As you can see here, hair. I scanned, and after reaching nose level, from the inside out at an angle of 45 degrees again. At an angle of 45 degrees, I cut. So I checked. This hair point we cut with a file scissors on the front. I thin it with a light pictus technique. To make a better fall. Yes, friends, our haircut is over. Our model is like this. One view more curved from the back. So one design we call gradation bob. If you want to make one such design, if you want to make one model like this, from my social media addresses in the description section of my video, reaching me, coming to my hall, you can get one haircut like this. You can get service from me, guys. I hope you like my e-model. Hope to see you for now. Take good care of yourself. I wish you a good day.
To you today, one straight and smooth haircut with shaver. How to do it, I will explain it in detail. First, while cutting our model's hair, all straight in one way, we blow dry. After blowing, one comb bottom, one comb of hair on top. We lock from two sides. After locking, the shaver at 0 degrees. Bring it to the end point, to the point we will cut, and with a shaver, using our comb as a ruler, and we shave starting from the right. We will apply one straight cut. Very easy with this kind of operation. We can do straight one cut, but I would like to express it. When we make a straight one cut with a shaver, the ends of the hair will be fluffy and plump. One such haircut. If you are satisfied with you can make such a cut. Yes, it is also the easiest as a straight cut. One of the cuts made. This style is easy. Haircut where you can get fractures on the ends. Straight from the back with a razor. When viewed, you can get one straight image. If you want to get a haircut like this, in the description part of my video, reaching me from my social media addresses, coming to my hall, you can get a haircut. As you can see, comb first a comb. I compressed a comb from the bottom, and I brought it to the extreme of the shaver. 0 degree with no adjustment. And I cut it with a machine. Then again, I tilted our customer's head forward and the bottom one. I have also collected the little hair. Straight one haircut as you can see. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I will be with you with new videos. Hope to see you. Goodbye.
How to do a medium blunt haircut for you today. I will explain in detail. I'm creating the first profile separation in your hair. From the middle part, starting up to the nape part. The straight separation we have separated, we say profile separation. Then I create a crown separation. Crown separation from one ear to one straight with the other ear. We say crown separation, friends. After creating this distinction, we divide the hair into 4 main sections. Then starting a haircut. One straight that I have separated from the nape part to the oxygen area. There is one horizontal distinction. I make this distinction and cut the length of the hair. The size I will cut here is our guide. And the basic length of the hair, 2 after friends cut this length. Using our comb as a ruler. 1 of our previous hair length as a guide. I cut the back part of the same size. The basic size we cut in this size. Aligning all levels, creating horizontal separation. We continue your haircut. Here properly comb our comb. I comb the hair according to the natural direction of fall of the hair. Sharp horse cutting technique. Using our comb as a ruler, specific one, by guiding the hair point we cut before. Straight our hair 1, we cut on line. After cutting the back, the left and right sides are the same. We will equal the hair length we cut on the back. If you want to get a haircut like this, social media in the description part of the video, my addresses will be available. By reaching my hall from there, you can get haircut service and other hairdressing services. Our place is in Istanbul, Beylikdüzü. By appointment, you can come to my salon and get a haircut service. Here, after cutting the back part of our hair length, I come to the left side of the hair and the other part I reserved. In 2 levels. The hair size we cut on the back as a guide. The left side is also flat 1. I cut it into a line. And straight 1 view to sharp line cutting technique. To get, I apply 1 straight cut. After cutting this section in 2 stages. After cutting the left side section, I go to the right side. I'm cutting this place in 2 stages. Stage 1. Cutting helps the hair to disperse more homogeneously. And it helps the hair to get a better 1 look. Here again between fingers. Applying straight and sharp line cutting technique. With straight scissor strokes. 1 I cut the previous point as a guide. Front of the hair. I separated it from the eyebrow levels to accelerate the tissue. In the front, from the eyebrow level with our comb from the eye point of 2 eyebrows E.
Tarağımızla
By creating a purchase motif.
oluşturarak
Front of the
saçın ön
hair.
kısmına
I give
doku
texture and to get a
kazandırıyor ve
folded 1
katlı
look.
bir görünüm elde etmesi için
With
45
45-degree
açılar
angles,
ile
I'm
saç
applying a
kesimi
haircut.
uyguluyorum.
With these
Bu 45
45-degree
açılarla
angles, I apply
saçın ön
folding
kısımlarına
process to the front
katlandırma
parts of the
işlemi
hair
uyguluyorum ve
and helps
daha
it look more
hareketli
mobile.
görünmesine yardımcı oluyor.
This is
Bu da
100 lines of hair,
saçın
100 lines.
yüz hattının
Softening
ters
hard
köşelerini
corners
yumuşatarak
helps to
daha
get more oval
oval
1
bir
image.
görüntü elde etmesine yardımcı oluyor.
You are the
Sizler de
style
bu
1.
tarz bir saç
If you
kesimi
want to get a
yaptırmak
haircut,
isterseniz
In the
Videomun
description part of my
açıklama
video,
kısmındaki
you can
sosyal
reach me
medya
on my social
adreslerinden
media
bana
addresses.
ulaşabilirsiniz.
You can get
Salonuma
a
direkt
haircut
saç
service by
kesim
going to my
hizmeti
salon.
bulabilirsiniz.
Don't forget to
Videomu
like my
beğenmeyi
video and
ve
subscribe to my
kanalıma
channel.
abone olmayı unutmayın.
I will be
Yeni
with you
videolarla
with new
sizlerle
videos.
olacağım.
Hope to see
Görüşmek
you.
dileğiyle.
Hello to you today. How to make pixie haircut design? I will explain it in detail. I create the basic distinctions as the first distinction always separates the hair cutie, determines exactly clearly of the basic distinctions. Well, it's very important not first. I create E-profile distinction profile. Distinction forehead from the beginning straight separation where we are separated to the occipital area, say. Profile separation. The second distinction is Thednully distinction is also from the top point ouching. The tip of our comb from the point where his back touches starting. Saw from the temple regions and according to other temple from one temple to another. U-shaped distinction we have separated. Can also say E-hair after creating this distinction we have divided into two main sections, see bottom and top first. Starting from the bottom of E-way, we'll start the cutting process at the bottom. I will create a horizontal separation from the neck. E neither too thick nor too. The knee in linea after, creating a horizontal separation E. We are starting our hair cutie from the anxy part between fingers, as much as our finger can talk a touch. Your hair neck vey, start cutting at an angle of 45 degrees E. First the little E on the nape after, cleaning small hair with a shaver and a cross way diagonal E from the nape. Part by creating distinction C no. I start the cutting process these. 3 points I cut will be a guide for me dot by following this guide. Your higher going up step by step. I keep cutting burra. Yes, I touch my finger on the skin of the hair and E finger E high T. I cut it down at an angle of 45 degrees to. The second stage after cutting, I'm creating a horizontal distinction in. Guinean following the hair point I had cut before E, and I cut in the same planiso. I cut it the same size E here again. E now starting. From the right 45 degree cross separations with 1B creating E newthing is happening as I see. The hair spot I cut before it's suitable for the E part therein. The same E step by step in plan starting right to left. Eno. I am applying my cutting process got married. Didn't get it. It stayed on my head. From my head, I didn't. Want it all by myself, yes, no. After getting to the middle part T, an hour, from right to left T, I caught I. Stop after I get to the middle and D. Same way left, right, left side. That is, everyone is in the middle 80 unity 45 degrees. From the right, from the left side again, in a middle way of 45 degrees E. I'm shortening it to come because the angle on the right, and the angle on the left because the hair. Direction is different E. I'm cutting the right side until the middle part then I quittin'. I start guinea from the left side E guinea at a general 45 degree angle thentet part toe. Cut the guinea to the middle in the same way I'm going. To the third level. Friends dot in the third stage. The hair point that I cut before E, I'm cutting E's. I will start cutting Berta, yes and more click, from a point. IQT will change the finger angle. I set my finger to 45 degrees then, waiting again so, E 45. Degrees to come E. I take the hair point I cut before end the hour. Hair E, at a 45 degree angling cutting here friends occipital 4. Coming to the top of the region toe the occipital area so, I'm applying a short cut, then when I come to the top. In the last two parts so, the length of the hair is a little longer for applying a 45 degree angle. It doesn't happen in the same shortness. It goes from short to long so, you didn't have a drug thingies. Exactly like that, well, always have to pay attention to it. E as you can see. The higher parts became longer. I'm setting the angle Horatio because I cut it at 45-degree angles that he automatically came towards the top until it comes. E hair gets a longer look because the neck is short. The upper comb is a layered cutchered hair, a longer look at the top between people. There is nothing left between us. Ignorant mercy nothing left became like Afghanis. So Islam neck part up to ear level eye. Cut the same way peak point with Donner Nifiso. What is this cruelties? Now when my son grows up can't, he travel with his friend so. He can't do anything so. What are we going to do now that boy as you can see? I came from the right to the left. Same from the left. I'm moving to the right at 45-degree angles he's cut after doing it. The sides remained on the back. You saw this from the top of the sides taking a subtle distinction from the hair point on the back eye. Take the guide and the guide a thin curtain at the topium, cutting the mirror size starting from the front after. Cutting this same length creating diagonal divisions again e. The curtain at the top of these distinctions in shape, eath sword. I took from the back how to I'm coming back you see at the topi, created a guide for myself, like this guide with diagonal. Diagonal divisions down I cut by following in E, here on the right and lefty. I keep the hair length and without making mistakes I. Continue the hair length as you can see 2 hair points E complemented each thurso. From the topi, a thin curtain. Shape D I set a point for myself and, with the bottom as you can see 45 the upper part of the middle party. Cut with degrees after cutting right and left no. We're at the top guys in the hill creating. A crown separation again E on the hill creating. A crown separation to the ear since one ear. And he divided the top into 2 main sections so. This is on the top nowy. So guinea by this time. I'm creating a vertical distinction after. Creating this vertical separation found at the bottom I see the haircut I found but what am I doing here eat? A vertical angle of 90 degrees according to the direction of hair E. Scan most E after scanning yourself E after seeing my guide at the extreme with the sharpening cutting technique. That is, straight scissors I cut with a blow you are arresting. It's a shame for the young people to suppress those goals well. It seems to me that he can't press the young people. This 2 crown separation of the region where I create him cutting the first Gino. How far? So many people who put it in jail how? Far baby? How far exact lies here? As a guide, always the previous hair point we cut by following friends never. Forget this away as guide appropriately. You move forward without making any mistakes you. Will have a proper haircut isn't he in the mood to use it? Yes, as you can see from the top upwards. Created a vertical separation from the beginning of the forehead and hair front starting from the back until you reach the staggy again at the exit. Point of the hair as you can see. I scan upwards and E 90 degree. Output scanning angling to E from the hair point we cut before after. Seeing my guide with straight scissor stroke key. Hair at right angles according to the direction of hair exit cut at an angle of 90 degrees and I cut it with straight scissors service eyes too after cutting the middle part. This is the right and left part equally to the hair. Points E gain at 90 degree angles according to the direction of hair exit E, scanning direction 90 degrees 90 degrees as a right angle from the exit direction of the hair with angle. So now I'm doing a haircut. I always follow my guide the previous hair point. I cut in my guide to continue in the same guide. My cutting process I continues a use and eyes. Exactly. There is something like this. The Kuranyas here. Ilway's sharp horse cutting technique. That is, straight scissor blow, I apply it. So after the haircut is over same way, I will apply thinning to the ends of the hair as you can see here. I cut the right side. I'm going to the left now in the hair point. I wanted before slice starting from the back to the front slice. By slice oak. Okay, look at them they say, honest eyes. The hair point I cut before after C&G praying. Can such? A thing happen? I cut with face scissors, service doing something going. Now I'm creating a vertical separation VZ previous options I, comb the hair in front of the exitum. Stepping upper open and arrow eyes. Yes, just like every teacher, if you go but the teacher also tells him what he wants to do after cutting the process. Now I come to the forefront guinea. The same way I'm creating a vertical separation creating a vertical scanning angle I. Continue my hair QT. They did something, for example. My mother would tell, and I know it back up and the front is the same way coming upwards. I combine it with the hair point. I cut poured into the sea. He but now the man was a soldier in the Second World War hid it for this. Thing gok, it may be moldy thing. Can be neat wife can be tiredies after cutting this cutting process is over guys know. Add texture to the hair soften our aim. Is to ensure the transitions of haircut here starting from the width with the E-file scissor C comb. First with comb I. As you can see here, I use a dark comb when cutting hair light color D. My comb is dark E. Light colored combi dark comb on light hairy. In dark eye colored hyrus light colored comb it will be more advantageous for you. Here is your hair. So you can see the hair more clearly. Better in straight cuts E. Can make clear cut your hair is Arabic, as you can see at the ends hearing parts with F-file scissorsto. From the bottom end parts of the hair thinning the hair with F-file scissorsto. Be healthier in the traces of hair scissors on the hair, prevent it from happening soften this ends of the hair be blocking it with net scissors, because it softens see more hair transitions. Hair evenly distributed together prevents scissors from forming in this way. The hair is more beautiful. Now they have all taken refusing. You have short hair, too short haircut designixie long layered, hair QT redder shadow honey E hair. Coloring if you want to receive services such as color change in the Cops Me social media, addresses in the description part of my video will. The hair cutting service by reaching my salon from Hair.ao can get to you soon. Where did he distribute them? All over the countries, yes, no. I apply the thinning process will be one by one on social media. These conversations after the thinning process is over I will apply the blow dry process and finish our design starting from the neck, hair progressing step by step to the ends of the hair. And the net scissors. I'm thinning purpose of thinning hair. Uniform distribution to each other and the transitions are more beautiful in this way. Your hair grows and grows together. Not a hard imagined, a more beautiful. Imagine happens, and it makes it happen, and there are soft transitions A. Don't apply any files to the bottoms of the hair. Here I only apply the net scissors to the ends. Of the hair. Yes, and after applying the movie stream, 2 are finishing our transaction. We also have the forming process as the last process. Our hair design by applying the blow dry E process E final E image TOE. Will show you. I hope you liked my video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I will be with you with new videos. You guys have a short haircut and other hairstyles. If you want to get service you can reach me on social media Instagram now when you type Sirkin Kyle and hairdresser from Google. From there you can easily reach my contact information. You can also reach it on WhatsApp you. Can also reach it on Instagram you. Can also reach it on TikTok you. Can reach me on many social media platforms now. Then forget to like my video and subscribe. To my channel I will be you with new videos. Take good care of yourself. See you soon.
to you today, straight haircut. Curtain bangs hair design. How to do this, I will explain in detail. We first divide the hair of our model into 4 main sections. First main part, profile separation, scratch profile distinction, straight separation from the middle of 2 eyebrows to the neck. We say profile separation, later crown separation from one ear to the other ear. So to the fixed line, from one ear and the other ear. We call the line we have separated as much as the crown separation. Here 4. 2 horizontal from the back after separating the main section. We make a distinction in starting from the middle part of the hair. First, we will create a guide, and this will be the length of the hair, this size straight with the same system comb. First in A, I set the point from the middle point to the back. And creating a clear cut. I'm determining the length of your hair and a horizontal separation of the second guinea after cutting the first section. We have cut before by creating. I cut the length of the hair the same way by following the guide. In this technique, completely flat on the back, a hair design. We are creating, after determining the length of the hair here, the front parts of the hair, we will apply a folding process to add movement. Here is the third main part. Upstairs. I go upstairs in 3 main sections in a step-by-step way. In this third part, the guinea is the same. Following the hair point we had cut before, I continue my cutting process. As you can see, piece by piece my finger in slices, taking hair in a way. I continue to cut straight. By liking my video and subscribing to my channel, you can be informed of my new videos. Benefit from haircuts and other hairdressing services. Description of my video by reaching me from the social media addresses and by appointment. Come to my salon and cut hair and other hairdressing services. You can get from the sides after cutting the back part. Start first from the left side, then from the left side. I'm equating it with the guide on the back, friends. We create a straight cut. After cutting the back straight, I set the sides the same way. And curtain cardamom on the front. I divide the hair in half to create the design. And from the end of my eyebrow, with my comb, it's on the front by measuring. I make a triangular distinction. This triangle distinction, it is a distinction we call the purchase motif. After creating this separation, starting from a right to a left, following your cheekbones, I continue the cutting process with 45-degree angles. Here I will cut the first left side. I go to the right side of my customer and my tongue is my tongue. With 45-degree angles, aligning the cheekbones, in the front, I'm creating the curtain cardamom design. As you can see after the cut, I comb the hair completely and comb it forward and that your hair is cut evenly on both sides. After seeing behind the ear by measuring diagonal front vertex and towards a diagonal back, creating a cross separation from the right side of the hair. Starting, I apply the folding process. Here, my customer. I'm going to cut the right side, so I'm going to the left side. And I make a distinction to the other heart towards the back, here in 3 pieces, towards the front of the hair, because I can't fold the front parts of the hair. I scan and scan from the front, From the hair point I have determined, I cut the hair. Here we cut your hair as the first size. Here by taking the size I as an example, that is as a size guide.
Here, from the longest point of the hair.
I'm scanning forward as you can see. After scanning, you see the hair point at the bottom. I guide that length and cut it. Here for combing the hair forward. The length of the back hair is not shortened, and there is no shortening on the sides. Because the longest point of the hair on the sides, I'm folding by taking a sign. Here is the structure of the hair, the length of the hair, E. Also because I got the guide to length, folding process is a light folding process. And your hair doesn't get shorter. Here I scan my scan forward again. Second piece. So here's because I cut the hair in half, scanning the right part and the left part in the same way, cutting in the same technique. And this cut. After doing it, I thin the ends of the hair a little with file scissors, softening the ends of the hair. Here, because we usually cut it according to EE angles. Also a clear cut, sharp horse cutting technique because we cut straight scissors blow. Maybe hard looking at the ends. So we split the hair into the guinea piecemeal. With a feel scissors and pictus technique, I ensure their transitions. As you can see, we provide smoother transitions to the ends. This is the hard look of the tip of the hair. By equalizing, it helps you get a better image. If you want to have a curtain bangs haircut design, from my social media addresses in the description section of my video, reaching me, coming to my hall, you can get haircut service. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. As you can see, the front is moving, the back is straight. We are with you with an E hair design.
Hello friends, to you today, Bob Haircut Desig. I will explain in detail how it is done. Our model's hair is E short here, starting from the width and with a light one diagonal E angle. There will be one Bob haircut model that grows slightly forward. It won't be too extreme. E first. E we start with basic distinctions when cutting. Our first basic distinction is profile separation. Profile separation. From the beginning of the forehead, starting straight as one line, until the end of the neck, E of the occipital region E, straight line to the end. We say profile separation, creating our first profile distinction. After creating a profile separation too, the distinction of the crown separation is also one. From ear to ear, head to the end start and end to the endo. The distinction we create, we call it crown separation. Crown separation. To separate our guinea comb. Guinea start from here. Get. Starting from the starting point of the back. From the point it touches. As you can see, I'm starting to distinguish from this point from the exact peak point. This is already at the point where the crown separation occurs automatically. Forming these distinctions the basic distinctions of hair. We divide the hair into four main sections. When you make these distinctions one on your next haircut, our model is the same. Perfectly. You can cut. 2. Our model is E. It will be to determine the hair length. We will separate our guide from the first nape part here. Our model's head while cutting her first hair. Very little forward. We want to give bird. From the enzyme part, I created one horizontal line. And now here we will create the guide of our hair. Our guide is important to us. Guide means the starting point of the hair. And continue after creating this cutoff point. The hair point we will. You can also specify shorter if you want. Longer if you want. As your own preference. You can determine the length yourself with your customer. We are here our model is fuller. For your hair to be. I will determine one shortness according to him. And we will continue in that short. Just like that. Your hair. Reverse exits here. Here in 3 parts. Reverse exits on the neck. Based if you cut. It would be much better for you. When you cut here. Then and when you blow dry or. So when you comb the hair. Lines here your hair. In shaping. Provides great influence. These. It will be much better if you cut it with your eyes. I also took these exits into account. I will check and cut accordingly. Here while cutting. Using my comb as a ruler and I cut it at an angle of 0 degrees. First I'll finger this comb 6. Sharp horse cutting technique we call one. I will apply with technique. This angle is 0 degrees. Yeah Berta yeah. You can also cut between fingers. But if you want to cut 0 degrees without any angle, so too, you definitely need to apply comb 6 hair cutting technique. Even when you cut it with a finger. You give one angle. Straight cut here. You think you did it, but even your finger. Light has 1 millimeter, 1 angle. You need to consider this too. Of course in wavy hair, according to the structure of the hair 100/100ths. We can't comb 6 haircuts. That's why you know straighter hair. Comb 6 according to the direction of exit of the hair. Combing. Here I cut according to the natural fall of the hair. Here using my comb like a ruler. I'm starting to conclude. I created a guide for myself from the middle part here. As you can see this guide. The left and right sides are the same. I will cut at the same level. My error rate is 0 here too. Because I use my comb like a ruler. Yes too. I'm going to the stage. I'm creating one horizontal distinction in Guinea. What a thick distinction here. How thin you can cut one way. Without making mistakes. When you progress gradually, hair is uniformly distributed. Either scissors nor scissors on the hair. Your rate of making mistakes is very low. Now we are giving an angle to the hair in the second level, friends. Here with my finger, I'll give you a 45-degree angle here. Horizontal 45-degree. I cut by creating an angle. To create this angle, Telugu, I scan by holding it from the bottom and, according to our guide here, we see our guide cut at the bottom. As you can see, and I touch my little finger down. The angle here is 45 degrees. It's an angle, friends. Space here. I look from here I see my guide and our guide. A beginning of the beginning. I cut it this size after seeing it. Here's a little bit of the nape of the hairy. We are doing a folding process. This is your hair is more stingy fuller and this. An expression we call bomb. To create it, a technical friend we applied. Combing the hair at its own angle. Looking down with my finger. I'm worth it after seeing this angle. I cut with sharp horse cutting technique. Here you are progressing gradually. I cut one from the right section. Now I will cut from the left sectio. Same way. I see my sword as you see from the bottom again, and I'm looking from the neck. I'm cutting. Because we made an angle cut here. We'll check again later guys. After cutting, there may be slight lengths on the right and left. Repeat it. Use it as a ruler with a comb and a guide. I'm cutting. Now we are entering our third distinction, Guinea horizontal. We make a distinctio. We will create one vertical distinction from the middle part a guide. I always start from the middle part, friends, haircut, because this is my guide. We distribute our guide evenly. And here we are, because we are progressing gradually. Our rate of making mistakes is very low. My finger a guide. I touch it from the bottom and cut 45 holes horizontally. After creating, with sharp horse cutting technique, I'm cutting. I'm scanning. Here I see my guide from the bottom of it. Guide is very important guys. You see with the guide here, I see the hair point I passed before like. My guide from here I see my guide at the bottom. And your hair according to this guide. Scanning by direction of fall. I see my sword and I continue with the cut. I will do this in the same way on the right side. Head of our model. Thought after setting. Always while cutting hair here. With our model, we need to be on the same plane. We need to look in the same directio. I'm scanning. I see my guide from the bottom here. As you can see, this is also while cutting hair. If you get as much hair as your finger Again, your rate of making mistakes will be very low. I'm scanning after seeing my guide, and I see my guide here from that Virgo point, and after seeing our guide below, again at an angle of 45 TL, I'm cutting. Now friends 3. After cutting our territory, we have passed the occipital regio. Here E. After opening the ledge, we have come to the top. In the E section here, we will add a little more volume to the hair. And E, we will apply a folding process. Here E, your hair. Both busy and E. To give a more beautiful one look, we also change our angle. Here we are applying horizontal 45 whole angles. When we get to this top, we will continue our haircut with vertical 45 whole angles. We give the head of our model forward light. Here we create one vertical distinctio. From the neck again, after creating our separatio, we take guide. According to this guide 1, we will create a haircut. Yes friends, as you can see, E at the bottom of our previous cut. To the occipital area, we applied horizontal 45-degree angles. Now after moving to the occipital area, we continue our cutting with vertical 45-degree angles. Here is our guide E to the exit direction of the hair. While scanning here, hair my comb. E I place it at the bottom and, without playing it the way I placed it, I comb and here we see the direction of the hair coming out. After scanning this, after seeing our guide, creating a straight 45-degree angle, we continue our cut. As you can see here, I created a 45-degree angle. OT too many floors above, and lighter below one. E-arc formed. As you can see here, one light texture. So from the inside out one, we have done the folding process. Here E, we will cut the hair slice by slice with the technique of slicing. First slice, second slice. 3 as slice. Even for in my tongue. We will cut it on my tongue. I'm touching my comb. Here I see the stone point I cut before one. As you see my guide, we always follow our guide. And from the inside out, with the sharpening cutting technique, that is, with the straight scissors free, we continue our cut here, 90 degrees towards the exit direction of the hair one. I cut it at an angle of 45 degrees. When I quit because I cut it lightweight, we create one haircut with curved and textured. One slice from the hair point we passed before. We take parts. He is our guide. Ow for the front to be slightly long. Guinea this piece. A little further back, not according to the direction of hair exit. I will cut by scanning correctly. The previous guide. Compatible. I see my guide here. I'm catching a 45 TL angle. And I continue to cut. I'm scanning the same way a guy. 45 degrees by diagonal, one distinction from the bottom. I cut the right side now. I will go to the left side. Same way a guy. This is now so 5 minutes 10:10. It's a 15-minute job, but let's cut it off by telling, huh? Ha, thank you. Writing yes. A guy. One I get it from the hair point one cut before. As the second. I touch my comb on the skin of the hair and comb. I scan, and after seeing my guide at the bottom, I see a 45-degree angle. Here is the previous hair point, as you can see here. This is our guide, our starting point. This is our end point. As you can see, this hair on this line, we combine in the same way. Thanks from below. Now the process of folding this vertex. We applied the texture. Ow on the side. E this diagonal E by creating one distinctio. And slightly cross so diagonal one view. Cross to get one view. To achieve one hair design that grows forward. We go to the side. From this starting point, I create a diagonal one downwards. So I create a cross one distinction downwards. Horizontal a guy. Like the head of our model. Back and to the side. We give Out here. Important factor. Hair. That's right ear. To come behind. Separating. Part from the bottom part from the top one way. Why am I doing this here? Friends, the ear bulge here. E when I cut it properly one way. E if I cut this ear bulge directly from the top like this. What would happen when I blow dry or when our customer uses it? One trapezoid will appear here. Could be. Because you have to adjust this angle accordingly. First from the back. Combing according to the direction of hair fall. We will determine our line, that is, we will determine our guide. Here's our comb guide. From a starting point here, we adjust according to the end point. This is how we tilt the head of our model to the side. Because when we give the angle here, we can work comfortably. Yes, as you can see here, light one downwards. Cross 1E angle formed, guys. The angle here is a 45-degree angle to the guinea. Creating this angle. And so from the starting point here, by the end point, we will continue here. We use our comb like a ruler. And you get one view that stretches slightly forward here. We will do the same on the right guy. As you can see from the bottom of the hair, I lift up. I'm scanning down. E a cross separation from the starting point here. I cut the hair at an angle of 45 degrees. I comb the hair according to the fall of the hair. I'm scanning down. I'm creating one arc downwards, as you can see. And I keep cutting. Hair here. Using my comb as a ruler, we get one view that extends slightly forward. We're at the top, guys. The guinea on the hill is the same, and bulky and plump to get one look. This time again towards the exit direction of the hair, we will get one view that stretches forward at 45 degrees. Yes. Berta, yes. Friends, to get one heart stretching forward. Here is stage 1, second stage, and third stage 3. We will cut the top part of the step. Here we cut hair by combining. I touch my hair comb to the bottom of the hair and the exit directio. Scanning at a 90-degree angle. I'm scanning upwards. And here is the finger. As you can see my hand forming a 45-degree angle. In a 45 here, I'm creating a 90-degree angle. 90 degrees according to the place of hair. I also cut it at an angle of 45 degrees as a cut. Here we see our sword. OT the same way. We touch our comb of hair to the bottom of the hair here. E to make a flatter one E cut. And to determine the direction of output. Here is the direction of the hair. Your hair is not up and down. From the point our comb touched. Clear comb to adjust the output directio. We touch down. And we scan upwards. And in the process after this SCA, we see our guide as you see. The point we cut before. 90 degrees according to the direction of hair output 90 degrees. 45 degrees as cut. Here is one angle of 45 degrees. Upwards. I'm cutting. I'm touching my comb according to the exit directio. I create one angle of 90 degrees. And after seeing our guide, 45 degrees 1. Inity 8 forming angle for 5-1. I'm applying a haircut. Out here Guinea. E we will create one horizontal distinctio. After creating this horizontal separatio, according to the direction of hair, at an angle of 45 degrees, we will get one view that stretches forward. Friends, starting from the top, I'm creating one vertical distinction a guy. Here so I cut the first stage, I'm taking the second stage. I'm leaving a section here. I take our customer's head upright. And from here, one I get my guide from the point I cut before. You always need to get the guide, guys. If you proceed according to the guide, you never make mistakes. Touching my comb. And I scan upwards. I create a 90-degree angle according to the exit directio. And here after seeing my cover, I'm creating a 45-degree angle as you can see. 90 degree to 45 degree. And I get one piece here. From the point I cut again and I give our customer's head backwards. I'm scanning here, after touching it upwards. I see my guide, and at a 45-degree angle, I continue. Same guinea after cutting here. Starting with that joke girl one. We make the distinction, guys. And this month's episode is the same. Here 3 levels, 1, 2, 3, here 3 levels. 1 to 3, so we will cut them all into 3 sections. I'm scanning here. Here per our customer, per our hand model. We touch our comb, we comb upwards. And after seeing our guide, 45. We create a degree angle, 90 degree to 45 degree. We cut. I cut the first stage and bought one piece here. This will be my guide. And I'm taking part 2. I'm scanning. I see my guide from the beginning, and I cut it. And I get one piece here. I create a 90-degree angle according to the output of the hair. And from here I see my guide and cut it. Yes, from Guinea Hill. I'm creating a vertical separation. I'm touching here. I'm scanning. You see. I saw my guide like, and in accordance with my guide. I'm cutting. I'm buying one piece here. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. I'm touching, I'm scanning upwards. He's not his head like that, yeah. After adjusting the shower posture angle, I'm scanning upwards. As you can see, I saw our guide, and guide. I cut it appropriately at a 45-degree angle. I'm buying one piece here too. As the last stage. Again in this lower part and what we call our sweeping technique. I comb your hair in accordance with the natural direction of fall. The head of our model. I give it sideways. Starting from the nape part a guy. I'm scanning. As you can see, I have a guide here. Conveniently extending slightly downwards. To get a look. From short to long one view. Yes. I also apply the link. Bird. Guinea, the part we cut on the left, is the same way. We will apply it on the right side. I comb the hair according to its natural directio. We created the distinction here. The head of our customer's model. I'm setting. Taking into account the ear bulge over there. You can do it like this. If you want, you can cut it when you cut it like this. When you cut between fingers, make sure the ledge here. You have to take it into account that we cut it by touching it. Let's stop like this. I'm going to have a fight. It's over. Yes, friends, our model is like this, you see. Like the back. Layered curved forward extending. One hair desig. Bob haircut, our bob haircut design that stretches forward.
Hello friends asterisk. How to make a straight light layered haircut for you today. Asterisk I will explain it in detail first. While cutting hair we make basic distinctions asterisk. First we create a profile. Separation profile separation from the beginning of the moment asterisk 2. The straight separation we have separated until the end of the neck asterisk we say. Profile separation. This profile distinction 2. Hairs after applying, we divide it into the main section. After making the distinction, 2 pieces from the nape part, we will start our haircut by creating a horizontal separation. The first distinction will determine the basis of our hair asterisk. So, here we determine the length of the hair while determining your height, a horizontal part. Of the middle way, create a separate vertical distinction. Cut the first piece from the ends of the hair and asterisk. He is our guide, right and left with the guide. We have separated the sections in the middle, E, combining creating our first line asterisk after creating. A first line asterisk, that is, with a straight scissor stroke with a sharpening cutting technique. After cutting, we move to 2. Second level, the basic distinction. We have cut before E, considering the second level in the same way, same height, same plane, E, and we continue our cutting process here again, starting from the middle part, E. By following the guide we cut before asterisk. I keep cutting your hair ends now, friends, with sharpening cutting technique asterisk here. I comb backwards, and the I on the ends of the hair asterisk I touch the scissors to get the pot ear potten. This is my touching move. Hair A, at the E point above the ear, because of the protrusion of the ear E, can create a pot in the hair, so to catch that angle in the ear, I touch it and cut it accordingly. E, we went to the third level after that E guinea. I scan backwards, and so as a clear line, the hair point I cut before asterisk E. I continue to be certain by following asterisk here. E comb the hair back for cutting on a fixed E line straight. Backs, but the front parts of the hair will be a little longer. In this vision, a backward line when you cut always ends of hair in a fixed way. Since it is cut in this line, the front will be longer. Now the back part, after cutting asterisk, after creating a flat cut foundation asterisk, we will apply folding process to the front parts of the hair. Asterisk first of all. In which direction? our model divides her hair asterisk. We have determined, and after making this determination, I'm creating an EEE coronation asterisk, as you can see, from ear level to another ear, after creating the separation, our customer's model from the point of distinction asterisk, E from the point of distinction EE, starting EE. I cut the left side of our customer asterisk. On the right side of the client EE, my past. This angle is 45 degrees to create an angle and a more EEE beautiful angle, a comfortable fall asterisk. Go to the right side of our customer to ensure by doing this kind of 3 operation now the hair point that I have determined, namely the neck appropriately E with scrolling technique E precision I, started and applied a folding process, cutting the right side EE to the right after cutting the left side asterisk E. I will pass asterisk E, and as you can see, EI went to the left of our customer, and here, yes, I determine the hair point in the same way your hair. I will cut the hair point. I cut the previous one from the hair point, and in accordance with this guide, asterisk E, apply folding process. I apply asterisk here. The floor is both pectus technique and DEE point front parts of the hair with scrolling technique asterisk. I applied a folding processium, not just applying a very intense folding process here. The length and ends of your hair asterisk, yes, a little light on the hair. To clean the fractures to accelerate tissue E, I'm folding. As you can see, I created a triangular separation from the top vertex both EEE from here asterisk asterisk on the front of E as a guide, EE as a guide from points EE. I got a triangular look. This triangle view is also hair EE. E scanned by exit point vertically 90 degrees 1 asterisk E. I applied scanning angle, cut the hair upwards, but at an angle of 45 degrees. I did the process here is the purpose of cutting your hair. E 45 degrees. Purpose asterisk from short to long. So the peak will be long EE and previous the hair length at the hair point. I cut IE asterisk by calculating. That is, from the previous guide I cut taking the point. I will continue my process. Oh, yes, I started later E after cutting the peak. The peak is ours EE. E, we had a floor point, and this floor is the point asterisk E. It was the size of the folding process. So it became a guide by following this guide, starting from the left side. Dim with star technique separating slices E as you can. See according to the direction of hair exit, unfolding here. I comb the comb according to the direction of exit of the hair before seeing my guide on the hair point. I cut asterisk point cutting. That is, point cutting technique. I'm applying a folding process at the end with E star technique asterisk after cutting. Let's say after cutting comb the last hair completely upwards and an after checking asterisk. We are finishing our process asterisk. Blow dry the hair. Here and applying light waving process with straightener. We are finishing the design of our model, friends. If you want to get a haircut like this. Asterisk. My social media address is in the description. Part of my video asterisk by reaching me from here and coming to my hall. You can get haircuts and hairdressing services. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel asterisk. I will be with you with new videos. Hope to see you asterisk.
Hello friends, today is the curtain for you. Haircut with cardamom. How to design it, I will explain it in detail. When cutting hair, we will first create the basic distinctions. Our first basic distinction is profile separation. Profile separation. We are separated from the nose to the neck. We call straight separation profile separation. In this profile distinction, we divide the hair into two main sections. Crown separation from one ear to the other ear. We create one straight distinction. After doing this, we divide the hair into four main sections. But after dividing into four main sections, step one, away from the back part. We will determine the length of the hair. We will form the basis of this hair. So we will determine the length of the haircut after it is determined. But first, decide what size our hair will be, and according to it, we will apply one straight cut from the back. Ear comb to the sharpening cutting technique using 6 haircut techniques. Using the comb as a ruler, we apply one straight cutting process. After creating our first cut, this becomes our foundation. So it's our guide, in accordance with this guide. Following our same size guide, and we apply straight one cutting process. We cut the first stage and we will cut the second stage in such a gradual way, using our comb as a ruler by creating horizontal separations. Create a straight one form. In this way, our hair is fuller and we will get one more voluminous image, and we determine the length of our hair. If you want to get a haircut like this, there are social media addresses in the description section of my video. Reaching here, you can come to my salon and get hair cutting service. Our hall is in Istanbul Beylikdüzü. Hair cutting service, and other hairdressing services. If you make an appointment in the best way, I serve. We continue our model, creating the basic distinctions of our model. First we will make a straight cut, then after forming the straight cut, so after determining the size of the foundation, we will apply the folding process. By creating horizontal separations and scanning backwards single 1DC. I'm applying a straight one cutting process at the line, friends. Hereby applying the sharpening cutting technique, that is, we create one straight haircut with a blow. Later, this time our customer's hair neck head, by adapting its movement straight one, so the posture of our customer's head is also very important. When we go to the side, create a slight slope one and then hair length in accordance with the guide on the back. We continue in the same way. Right side, after cutting the left side, the right side is also... I apply the cutting process. After applying this process, we formed the basis of the hair. So we determined the length of the hair after determining this size. Now from the front of the hair, folding process by creating diagonal separations. We will make the distinction of hair. We are asking our customer which way to separate it from the front part. And after determining which direction you allocate it to that direction. Your hair. After determining the fall, with backward diagonal separations. 45-degree angles. We create a folding process by creating, here is the front part of the end of the eyebrow, Forehead motif. A shape, that is, creating a triangle by creating one shape in the front. We will start our curtain cardamom application process. And then that curtain is suitable for the shortness of the cardamom. We will apply a folding process, separate in the story. The part we reserved. We decided on which direction to allocate and, by passing to the end of our customer while cutting the right side. So cross at 45-degree angles, creating distinctions from Diego, our customer, in the front. From the point where the cheekbones were found, Determine the shortness and I'm folding the front part. And I continue to cut, combing your hair in the opposite direction. And 45-degree downward angles. I started my cutting process by creating and folding process on the front. I created one diagonal backwards to apply. And my customer's hair is our customer's. Folding the front part. Scan forward to create. In the short section on the front of the hair, forming angles of 45 degrees by continuing in one convenient way. I continue my folding process. as you can see here. My cover at the bottom, I see it, and in one way suitable for its shortness. I cut it the same size, and backward diagonal, creating across one distinction, and our customer scanning the front. How is it when I scan the front part is folded. The back part is folding too, but from the back. Prevents layered backwards longer. And both floors at the back. Both it is obvious, and from the length of the hair on the back. No shortening in any way. We are folding, but in the back, it comes in a V shape. Our model's hair. Our customer's model, and we get one fold view. And the length of our customer's hair is not gone. Of course, according to its shortness, C for cutting. And he doesn't lose his E form at one. He catches one nice form. Right side. After cutting, I cut the left side with the same technique. I continue. Key on the front. The left side is the same, by creating diagonal separations at an angle of 45 degrees to the cheekbones of your hair, remarkably short, the shortest point, and cross diagonal separations. I continue the haircut. My client, because I cut the left side, I go to the right side and combing the hair in the opposite direction. I'm folding. After cutting the front part, diagonal if back, slice to slice guinea by creating cross separations to the back. I'm scanning forward by creating the distinction. When I scan forward, the front is folded. Gets one view stretching backwards here. I see the hair spot I cut before. I'm applying my flush folding process. And guinea too. I'm going to the level guinea diagonal. I created one distinction as scanning forward. And I continue my cutting. You also like my video and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, thanks to you, our channel is growing every day, and we have a large family thanks to you. Yes, after seeing the hair point guide we cut, I finished my cutting. We applied the folding process here, friends. 2. Now I apply the thinning process, as you can see here. Creating diagonal distinctions, creating cross divisions again, in parts. I soften it with the pictus technique, with file scissors, so that the ends of the hair are more beautiful. There is one transition on the floors. You also cover the ends of the hair with this kind of technique. You can soften. I don't use razor. I feel in hair. I apply softening and thinning with scissors. So the hair, it doesn't look like it's broken. It doesn't look like it's broken. There is no excessive thinning process, and the transition is more tremendous. One beautiful look. You are this style one. You can soften the ends of the hair with the technique. I request you, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. If you turn on notifications, in my new videos, you will be informed of my new videos. As you can see here, the clock on the left side cut the left side, the same on the right. I'm thinning. With pictus technique on the ends with a file scissors. I apply a thinning process. Our place is in Istanbul Beylikdüzü. If you want to get a haircut too, and the other way ombre retouch, bold hair coloring and other hairdressing services, you can make an appointment. There are social media addresses in the description section of my video. Our place is Beylikdüzü. You can easily reach. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. And my channel, notify me of my new videos by opening the notification bell. Yes, our cutting is over. And I will show you the final version of our model. Front folded backs longer. Obtained one moving image without losing its form. We will be friends. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for liking my video. Hope to see you with new videos. Take care of yourself.
Hello friends, how to make a bob haircut that stretches forward to you today. I will tell you in detail. First, show the long hair of our Model 1. I cut it down. I take this long density straight and create distinctions of our model. I will create a profile distinction as the first distinction profile separation from the beginning of my forehead. Straight one, you have separated to the end of the neck. Separation profile separation. We say friends, after creating this distinction, the second distinction is also crown separation, also one. By ear. In the separate distinction, we have separated until the other ear. While separating this coronation, we put our comb from the beginning of the guinea forehead and the point where your back touches. We create the distinction. Here is an easy one discrimination technique. You can also apply this crown separation and my profile to divide the hair into 4 main sections. Is the technique we have applied. Very comfortable in this technique one way. You can cut the hair into pieces. After creating this distinction from the nape part, to form the basis of hair 1. We create horizontal separation. This will be our guide, so your hair is short. We will determine your height here from the nape part by creating one horizontal distinction, starting from the middle part of the hair 1. I create vertical separation and the part of the hair we will cut. Finger sharp horse cutting technique. I cut it with a straight scissor stroke. After cutting I align the left side section in the same way. Then I align the section on the right in the same way. Here's the back part. Straight one sharp line cutting technique. I applied the cutting process. I determined the length of the hair here, and the next layer of 1 guinea horizontal one. I separate by creating a distinction. After creating this distinction, the guinea. From the middle part, I create one vertical separation starting from 1. The hair size we cut before. After seeing it from the bottom by aligning, I cut it and the bottom is the same. I cut it straight one way. Here after forming the basis of the hair. Your hair. Folding process to other parts. I will apply in the next section 1. I will create your angles. Yes, friends. Here I separate it from forward again. Forward, our customers head forward, 1 From the bottom after applying. E1 I determine it with the hair dye I cut before and cutting process. I'm applying it here. I'm determining the length of the hair. Clear one way. After cutting the same size. E, then creating a distinction again. I will apply the folding process. I determined the length of the hair here. And light on hair. E, I will gain texture. Now I'm going to split it in half again. And nape guinea 1. E, this time by creating one horizontal distinction. Hair E, vertical, 45-degree angles. E, it gives texture to the back of the hair. The first technique we cut is to determine the length of the hair. I determined the length of the hair here. And now, as you can see, applying one angle of vertical 45 degrees, I will cut your hair first from the hair point I cut. E here, according to the exit direction of 90 hair. 130730 degree 1 angle. I'm lifting your hair up. I cut it, then I will create one vertical distinction. Here I see the hair spot I cut before. I'm cutting now. I'm creating one vertical distinction here. And E 45 degree 1 from the hair point I cut, creating an angle. Hair cutting continues. As you can see, I determined the hair and point. I cut it at an angle of 45 degrees. Here, we will create a slight bump on the back of the hair. So we will provide one light transition with folding process. I cut the left side. Now the right side is the same, forming 45-degree vertical, 145-degree angle. I cut the hair gradually by separating it one way. And one in the next section. In the same way with a vertical 45-degree angle by seeing the hair point we cut before. Same way. I create the angle after a 45-degree angle. Point cutting technique. E, I cut with cutting technique. I created a horizontal angle of 145 degrees here. I see the hair from the hair point I cut before. Here with the point cutting technique. I'm cutting then. At an angle of 45 degrees. I continue my cutting process again. Your guinea hair on the top one, seeing the hair point I cut before, at an angle of 45 degrees, with point cutting technique. With the point cutting technique, I continue my cutting process. I went to the left side of the hair. On the left side of the hair, a guinea, I created one horizontal separation and suitable for hair length on the nape. With a slight 45-degree angle on the sides, ears in the front of your hair. Short forward from the neck one, to get the image. Forward at a 45-degree angle. I continue my cutting process. And the second stage E at the top of the hair. With hair length, that is, at an angle of 45 holes. By giving texture. I continue the cutting process, guys. Hair length at the peak here. based on. I continue the cutting process. OK. After cutting the left side, the right side is the same. Front of the neck to get a long one look. Point the hair forward as a guide, with finger grip at an angle of 45 degrees. I continue the hair cutting process. We get one view that stretches from the neck to the front. After passing the second stage, diagonal, I made one distinction, and peak hair length as a guide. I continue the hair cutting process with 45 kinds of angles. I apply point cutting technique from here. As you can see, point cutting technique. Here, I comb the hair backwards, and your hair. I make it get one long view towards the front. Now dividing the hair from the peak into two main sections. I will continue the cutting process. I separated the hair in the middle. Right and left. I separated one part from the peak. Her hair is 90 degrees. I lifted it up with one angle and form a 45-degree angle from the end. I continued with the haircut. Then hair, the second part, in the same way. I lifted it at a 90-degree angle toward the exit direction upwards. And as a cut, I created a 45-degree angle. 90-45, so 90 degrees, I lift it at a right angle. I cut the tip at a 45-degree angle. As you can see here, the front of the hair is long, back short and curved one way. Story one way. I gave the appearance. Doing my last count checks. Here is our customer's head. We bend slightly, and I check with a comb. Then I scan backwards. In the nape part, by checking with hair length, I continue to cut. Left side. After applying the right side in the same way. Scanning backwards. With the short in the nape part. Long section in the front. Forming a 45-degree angle by balancing. I continue to cut. As you can see, the front was long. Backs are shorter and curved one way. Layered, textured, gaining one-y look. I continue to cut. Right and breadth. I'm checking. Ahum, here our haircut is over. By forming one rivety bangs on the front of the hair. We will get a short one look on the front of the hair, and we will finish our transaction. Here, your hair is from eyebrow level. Distinction triangle 1 by creating a distinction eye reception. By creating the motif. I will make one distinction from the front of the hair, creating one straight bangs. I will make it get one beautiful look. Burden. Calculating the E-gap of the nose while cutting the bangs. Again with the point cutting technique, that is, with the point cutting technique. I'm starting the haircut. And the hair slightly upwards. I gain one light bomb by scanning the side. If you want to watch my next videos too, in the videos section of my channel, you can also watch many kinds of incisions videos. So haircut coloring, ombre balayage, perm bun design. I have many categories of videos from there too. You can watch my other videos, my channels, if you want to be aware of new videos. You don't forget to activate the notification bell from my new videos. You activate the notification bell to be notified, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would be very pleased if you like my video. One next if you like my video. Many people will have watched my video too. Many people will have watched this video thanks to you. Your likes are very important, and if you subscribe to my channel, thanks to you, our audience will grow more. I wanted to show you the latest version. As you can see, the back is long towards the front. Our bob haircut design occurred. If you want to get a haircut like this, by reaching me on social media and coming to my hall, you can get haircut service. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you with one new video. Take good care of yourself. See you.
Hello everyone, graduation for you today. How to make a bob haircut that grows forward. I will explain it in detail. First, I create profile separation. Profile separation, middle of two eyebrows. The straight separation we have divided up to the neck, we say profile separation. Then E-crown separation as the second distinction. Crown separation, E from one ear to the other ear. Guinea, E, the section we have divided as a straight line. We call crown separation. After making this distinction, we divide the hair into four main sections. Here, every crown is in the separation, From the separation point, we call hat separation. I make a distinction, and as you can see the back, guinea, in two pieces. Profile separation. I made a distinction from the point of the neck. Here we will create the foundation of the hair. Also to cut the foundation. At the bottom I left a piece straight. This will be the size. As you can see from this nape part, with a straight sharp weft technique, so using our comb like a straight ruler, I continue my cutting process. Here, I started from the nape part of the hair to make a straight cut. As you can see after cutting, I created a straight ad cut. And when it comes forward, it's a little light. Other sky, it's a little 45 degrees for it to stretch forward. I applied angle. Short neck stretching forward. Using our comb as a ruler, down at an angle of 45 degrees. I left the front parts of the hair long. The back is shorter. Here's on the back. I used it as a ruler again and created a straight line. So I applied a straight cut. This was the first stage. Now I'm cutting the second stage. As you can see here, on the back, I divided two parts from these two parts. One more piece at the point I reserved. I created a horizontal distinction after creating the separation. The first hair point I cut on the back. Serves as a guide towards myself. Horizontal at an angle of 45 degrees. As you can see here, my finger, by forming an angle of 45 degrees, horizontally towards myself. I pulled it, and then it's horizontal. I made the cut at an angle of 45 degrees.
Here then cross.
At an angle of 45 degrees. I make the hair look long forward. I'm doing it gradually as a right and a left. First I cut the right, then I cut the left. Now I cut the left side. As you can see, I cut the bottom by creating an angle of 45 degrees. I see my guide, and at an angle of 45 degrees. Scanning backwards. The reason I scan backwards, if you cut backwards at a fixed point, when you leave it forward, the front of the hair becomes long, and here I cut using an angle of 45 degrees, from short to long. Form. There will be a long haircut towards the front with folded back parts. So the back is curved and moving front longer, and we will have a nice image. I'm scanning myself right here, and the hair I cut before, after seeing your hair point. I cut it at an angle of 45 degrees. I'm scanning backwards here, as you can see. Their front is long because I'm scanning backwards. I'm moving to the third stage, to the peak. When I reach the peak, I create a vertical separation. And after creating vertical separation, I comb the hair out again and from the inside out again at an angle of 45 degrees. I'm cutting tar. Then I create a new slice separation. And from the point I cut before, I see the girl long point, and I cut it at an angle of 45 degrees to the front. Scanning backwards to guinea, and cut at 45 degrees angle. After cutting the right side guinea, I go to the left side guinea. At the peak, I see our hair point, our guide. And down at 45 degree angles, I cut it curved and folded. Here her hair is fixed backwards, so I cut by combing backwards. When you comb backwards, the hair is longer to the front and it gets a nice look without being short. Here the front parts of the hair, the long back parts, short and folded, to get the look. I apply it to a work hill. When I come to the point again at an angle of 45 degrees, I'm cutting. This hair point, we cut in the back. Point as a guide. I apply the point I cut in the middle. Then, I separate the middle guinea. I separate the separation point of the hair and the peak according to the point of fall of the hair, short part and the nape part. I'm getting a guide and forward. It will look longer at an angle of 45 degrees. Guinea to create a design that extends from the neck to the front. Comb ruler, using it as a downward angle of 45 degrees. I cut it later. To check the point, I cut. Guinea at 45 degree angles. I create diagonal divisions, and so I scan backwards by creating cross divisions. I keep making sure. Left side. After cutting, I do the right side the same way. As you can see, the neck is short and long towards the front. I cut the neck short to create a design. to be longer towards the front E. Using my comb as a ruler, let's make it long forward. As you can see here, my comb is light in color. Hair color, E light, because it is dark. Well, it's more advantageous to use a comb. We see the hair more clearly. E, here is the color of your comb. I want to emphasize that it is important. Light comb on dark hair. Use dark combs on light hair. It will be more advantageous for you. With forward diagonal separations, I keep cutting at 45-degree angles. If you want to get a haircut like this, there are social media addresses in the description section of my service video. By reaching my salon from here. You can get hairdressing service. I apply softening after cutting our hairstyle. Here, I will apply thinning to the ends of the hair with a feel scissors. And this will make the hair a better transition. Again with gradual separations. Only the hair ends of the effect scissors. I apply it to the end parts. I apply softening process without thinning too much. Here, not from the bottom of the hair, but to the ends of the hair. Your application will be more advantageous. The transitions on the ends of the hair are more beautiful. It will be healthy and will not thin the hair too much. But from the bottom, E, if you use a feel scissors, the hair will swell. Swell and E shape will help you take shape hard. So I want to tell you, so if you do it on the ends of the hair, you can get better results. Gradually E upwards. I continue here on the hill. Hey, auger technique to guinea nibs. I apply a thinning process. Here you like my video and my channel. It is very important that you subscribe to my channel. If you like my video and subscribe to my channel here, I would be very pleased. Notification bell. If you open one of my new videos, you will be informed. Make the transitions of the hair softer by thinning. We provide. This makes it a better image. Here with graduation front stretching bob haircut. So we can also say the very old Victoria Beckham model. Front long, back short design. As you can see, the front long, back short and folded design. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I will be with you with new videos. Hope to see you in the next video. Take good care of yourself. Today you curtain bangs layered haircut. I want to explain our service in detail. Layered haircut here. Curtain cardamom, how to do this. You will see in detail. First, we create profile separation later. We will create a crown separation. Profile separation with crown separation. The process of dividing the hair into 4 main sections. We say friends. First distinction, profile distinction. Profile separation from the middle of 2 eyebrows to the straight line that I parted down to the neck. E, profile separation. Second also, E, crown separation from one ear to the other ear. The distinction we have separated, we call crown separation. Fold the front parts of the hair after the crown separation. A curtain to make cardamom process. We split the hair in half. After this separation, starting from ear levels, we create a diagonal separation from both sides. Then while cutting our customer's E right side, I go to the left and E starting from cheekbones, 45 degrees. We will create a distinction, haircut with a distinction of 45 degrees. So we'll start doing, here E profile, E starting from the apple bones. We determine our sword from top to bottom at an angle of 45 degrees. And I cut and the other parts are the same, at an angle of 45 degrees after cutting. I scan them all towards myself and I make my cut by creating a single line. Then I will cut the left side. While cutting the left side, I pass to the right side of my customer, the first part of the guinea cheekbones. I cut it so I separate it diagonally. Later. Right? Scanning from left to right. I'm cutting the first part. Then the second part is the same from the right. I'm taking it all alone to the left and cut the previous. From my hair point, I cut our banana the same size. After folding the front, back eye first, we created a profile separation on the right side. We divided the hair into two main sections. I will fold the back in two main sections. Same way again. I'm creating a diagonal separation towards the back. And on the right, piece. For cutting the right part, I go to the left side and the front one I cut first guinea from section right to the left. As you can see by creating a distinction, I was born first cut. Hair point. I cut by specifying, so I scan. This time I'm scanning them all forward. That is at an angle of 45 degrees. Scanning directly to the front, I see the hair spot I cut before. I see the guide, so I equate it with hair length. Both in the front parts here, I equate with the height. I equate with the length in the front. Both. When the blow dry you scatter is taken, when the shape is given the front, hair equality, and long pieces, so that it does not appear at 45-degree angles to the front section. I scan the back with diagonal in angles and forward. I'm scanning in the front part again, at an angle of 90 degrees for scanning forward. I'm cutting. This side, no. What happens when I scan this cutting process forward? There is a folding process from the front to the back, because the hair in the front is a little short. There is a cut suitable for the short hair in the front. Hair falls longer towards the back, and folding process on the front and back. We are applying both from the front. We shorten and fold. A hair we see when we throw it backwards. We made a move. And a both oval. Here and an oval back. The look was also folded and ovally. We will have a look. This time to check the hair guinea after combing. I comb the hair completely and towards the peak. I lift it up. A check again. Is there an error after checking it? Equalize, and from the ends, I'm cutting. I look at the 3 dots and cut by length. Then, so you know your hair. To apply a folding operation to the foundation, I divide the hair in half with the guinea star technique. And listen piece by piece. As you can see, so neither too thick nor too much. I scan upwards in thin pieces.